Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to learn how to pass journal entries in the books of accounts. So before we begin, we need to understand what are types of accounts and what are the rule applicable, the three golden rules applicable for the types of accounts. So for that, we have already made a few videos. I will be pasting the link in the description box below. So let's begin. So today we will start with passing of journal entries. Now let's see how we pass journal entries. So let's take the first transaction. The first transaction here is purchased goods worth rupees 50,000. Now your 50,000 is just a number given, so we will assume it as cash. We will not assume it as given by check until and up till it is not mentioned. So purchased goods worth 50,000 cash. Now the two aspects affected here are goods and second is cash. So goods account being a real account, the rules of real account will apply. That is debit what comes in and credit what goes out. Now here in this transaction, we are purchasing goods for business. So the goods are coming in the business. So debit is what comes in and that is the reason goods account will be debited. Similarly, the second aspect that is cash account. Cash account again is a real account. So again the rule for real account will be applicable. Over here, if you see in the transaction, cash is going out because cash is being paid for the purchasing of goods. So, as per the rule, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So, cash account will be credited because it is going out of the business. Therefore, cash account will be credited. Now, let's see how the pro forma for the journal entry looks like. So first, as you can see, you will make this pro forma wherein you will write journal entry in the books of and the company's name will come over here. Second, you will make 5 columns, one of date, particulars, ledger folio, which is LF, debit and credit. Now, after making these 5 columns, we will start with posting our entry. Now let's see how we pass this transaction in the books of accounts. So first we will write the date, which is 1st January 2020. Then the debit, goods account debited 50,000. Over here, since goods account is debited and it's a debit entry, we will write DR to the end of the sentence. And 50,000 is the amount that is being debited. Now, cash will be credited. Therefore, to cash account, credit of 50,000. Now, for every transaction, you are going to write 2 in the beginning of any credit entry. So, it's cash account, so it will be 2 cash account. Now, after that, we will also write narration. So, let's see narration. So, narration for this entry is being goods purchased. Now, narration is something that will make you remember about what your entry was. So, when you know that goods are coming in the business, so what was the goods bought in business for? They were purchased. So, being goods purchased. Now, let's see the second entry. Deposited 10,000 in bank. Now, over here, I can see two aspects again, deposit and 10,000. Now what is being deposited? It is deposited in bank. So the actual aspects over here are 10,000, that is cash, and second is bank. So bank again is a personal account and cash account is a real account. So for bank, let's see the personal account rule would be debit the receiver, credit the giver. In this particular case, bank is receiving 10,000. Therefore, it is the receiver. Therefore, bank account will be debited. Cash is going out from the business because it's going out and being deposited in the bank. Therefore, cash belongs to real account and Real account rule is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So as per the rule, so cash account will be credited. Let's see the entry for this. So first will be the date, that is the 2nd January 2020. Then will be the first debit account, that is bank account will be debited for rupees 10,000 and cash account will be credited for rupees 10,000. And then we will pass the narration being cash deposited in bank. Now let's see the third transaction. Paid brokerage 1,500. Over here, the two accounts again which are affected are brokerage account and cash account. Now, brokerage being a nominal account, rule for nominal account will be applicable. That is, debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. Now, since brokerage is an expense, so it will be, as per the nominal account rule, it will be debited. And cash is again going out, and cash, as we all know now, is a real account. So the rule for real account says credit what goes out. So cash will be credited. So now let's see the entry for this. First will be the date. Now we'll pass brokerage account debited entry. Cash account will be credited for 1,500 and the narration, that is being brokerage paid. Now let's check the fourth transaction. Bought cash 30,000 in business. Over here, the two accounts affected are cash account and business. Business is nothing but proprietor's capital. Okay, so it belongs to capital account. So the two accounts affected over here are cash account and capital account. Cash account is a real account, and as per the transaction, cash is coming in. So debit, as per the real account rule, debit what comes in. So cash account will be debited. In the similar fashion, proprietor or the business is a capital account. Now in capital account is a personal account. So personal accounts rule is debit the receiver, credit the giver. Over here, the proprietor has bought capital into the business, but the proprietor or the capital is the giver of the business. He is giving the capital, or he is bringing the cash in, and that is the reason it will be treated as credit the giver, and capital account will be credited. Now let's see the entry for this. First will be date. Cash account debited 10,000 to capital account credited 10,000, and narration being capital brought in business. Now let's see the last and important transaction. Sold furniture worth 5,000 for 3,000. Here I can see three aspects. First is furniture, second is cash. The third aspect is a loss, which I can clearly see that the asset or the furniture of 5,000 is being sold for 3,000. So comparatively there is a 2,000 worth of loss over here. So the three aspects or the three accounts affected are cash account, profit and loss, that is the loss account, and furniture account. Now cash account is a real account. Over here 3,000 worth of cash is coming in the business after the sale of furniture. So that amount would be debited as in cash account. As per the rule of real account is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So the 3,000 worth of cash that is coming in the business will be debited. Second is the 2,000 rupees loss. Now loss is a nominal account. Profit and loss is a nominal account where we have to debit all expenses and losses and credit all incomes and gains. So we will debit the loss as per the nominal account rule, and hence it will be the loss of 2000 would be debited. Similarly, furniture, we are selling the furniture. So the furniture being a real account is going out of business. And therefore, as per the real account rule, credit what goes out, furniture account will be credited. Now let's see the transaction, how we'll pass for this. First it will be date. Cash account worth 3000 will be debited. As I already mentioned, after selling of furniture, we just received 3000 rupees of cash. Next, profit and loss. The loss of 2000 rupees will be again debited. And furniture, the original worth of furniture was 5000 rupees. That is why furniture account will be credited with rupees 5000. The narration for this entry is being capital brought in business. Now we will see the debit column and the credit column. Both columns should tally. Yes, they are tallying with 76,500 as the total amount for both the columns. Thank you. If you really liked this video, please subscribe our channel and also hit the like button. Thank you.